I'll have to say I've been in it. I've been in this business over 40 years, and I've never looked for a job. And it's a very rewarding job, and we do things that people take for granted every day. Our products involve process sealing, right down to small things like O-rings and things like that. And when you sit down and you think about those little parts and how they affect your daily life, you would not have water in your house. Your car would not run down the road. Okay, there's things that the sealing industry does every day that
they're vital to life.
Yeah,
really.
I mean, things would not function. Cars would not run. Planes would not fly. I mean, they're just little bitty insignificant parts to most people, but it's the parts that keep all the fluids and other components where they'll function, and they won't function without it. So,
welcome to the Empowering Industry Podcast, a production from Empowering Pumps and Equipment as the voice of the pump and related equipment industries. Hey everybody, we're back at TPS with some friends just behind the wall here, but we see every time we go to trade shows. We love it. It's so fun to get to see y'all and hear what you're doing and just laugh and joke. But I'll start with letting you introduce yourself, a little small version first, and then we'll dive into the industry, or how you got into the industry. So you can go first.
Well, I'm Chuck Tanner. I'm the Director of Market Development. My job is to kind of scope the market to find new places that we can use the products and develop new innovative ways to solve industry sealing problems.
Okay, your turn.
I'm Steve Hall. I'm the Southeastern Regional Manager for outside sales. I work with our distributors and with our end users of the products and everything. I help them solve a lot of the problems that they have in the field.
So seals are very important. All sealing technologies, the reliability side of the things that y'all do too, packing, all sealing technologies, right? We see how important they are for the pump and turbo valve industry. But what is it like coming to a show like TPS and being amongst competitors, customers for a whole week?
Well, what you see when you come to these shows is there's a lot of new innovative manufacturing processes for metal parts and different things like that. We kind of take some of that back to the plant. And you see a lot of, there's a lot of networking goes on. You see a lot of, old friends, make new friends. And it's a really good venue to grow your business and grow your technology and develop new contacts and new relationships.
Yeah. So how does one get into the industry, right? That is the question. How do we get into the industry? And I say once you're in it, you're there, you stay. So Steve, tell us how you got into the industry.
I came to work with SEPCO about 27 years ago. I was actually working for an electrical company, and they needed some help when they were moving from Pelham to Alabaster, the new facility. I was working nights and weekends, helping them get the plant up and going, and eventually, when they got a little bit settled, they had a job open and offered it to me, and that's kind of how history started. I worked inside the plant. I did maintenance on the braiders and all the equipment that's in there, and later on went to machinist school, and I started making parts and everything for the braiders, and it transferred to the outside where we got to work on some customer stuff, and with some of the knowledge that I had, it just transferred. And then Chuck helped me along when bringing me to the outside sales world, and that was back in 2014, and it's just been miles and miles since then.
So you did that to him, Chuck. You brought him in there?
I did.
Okay. Well, I've seen the facility. I've seen the braiding machines and everything. They're super interesting, right? Mechanical wonder, really. And so anybody can kind of go and look at the tour that we did. We've got that recorded now. But Chuck, since you brought him along with you, how did you get into this space?
Well, you want the honest truth?
Yeah.
The honest truth was, I started in this business just by chance. This was the first job I had out of college, and it was during the Carter administration when there was no jobs. And I was always mechanically inclined, and I just, it's kind of like a field trip every day. You get to see how all sorts of things are made, and you learn all sorts of things about different products and manufacturing processes, and it's really just kind of like a little field trip. And if you're interested in how things are done and how things are manufactured, and you have a good mechanical aptitude, and the customers are just really good, and they just kind of bring you along, and they teach you all these things. And it's really, a lot of it's tribal knowledge. It's not taught in engineering school. We see a lot of these new engineers that come out of engineering school. They have no idea what's going on with all these processes and these different things. And it's just very interesting. And but you got to have the desire to want to understand
how things work,
how things made. If you're one of these people that got new toys when you were a child and took them apart, you're a candidate for this in the future.
Yeah, I need to try. I wish I could remember if I did that, because I love a plant tour. I love going out and seeing how things are done. And, you are the mechanical side of things. Steve, you're telling me about, working on planes and things like that. So it's just kind of, there's part of it that's in you. There's part that you can teach, but, did you recognize that early on?
Oh, yeah. I was raised on a small farm. So you had to learn just about everything that had to be fixed or whatever. You had to figure it out. And that was part of what, got me started in it. I came out of high school. I worked for a fab shop. I learned to burn and weld and fabricate all kind of stuff. Transferred to other places. I've worked at chemical plants where they blended chemicals and stuff like that. I worked in the mining industry. I've had a very fulfilling kind of career over I always took the chance to learn anything I could about what was going on. And if there was somebody working beside me, I tried to learn a little bit about what they were doing. So.
Yeah, that's the key to success for sure. And I'm just glad that I get to be surrounded by all these amazing experts in the field and learn from y'all. So anything else that you want to leave our listeners with?
Well, I'll have to say, I've been in this business over 40 years, and I've never looked for a job. And it's a very rewarding job, and we do things that people take for granted every day. Our products involve process sealing, right down to small things like O-rings and things like that. And when you sit down and you think about those little parts and how they affect your daily life, you would not have water in your house. Your car would not run down the road. Okay, there's things that the sealing industry does every day that
they're vital to life.
Yeah,
really.
I mean, things would not function. Cars would not run. Planes would not fly. I mean, they're just little bitty insignificant parts to most people, but it's the parts that keep all the fluids and other components where they'll function, and they won't function without it. So it's very
they'll just burn up a lot of the times, right? Okay, well, if y'all want to come see SEPCO, they're right behind us. Also, do y'all know y'all's booth number? I don't know.
It's booth 1314, and you're welcome to come by and see us.
They have all their sealing products out on display, and I took a video of it because it's pretty cool. And there's some fire going on over there.
There might be a little fire.
Yeah. Well, thank y'all. Y'all did a great job. It's good to see you.
It's always a pleasure.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well done.